Just wanted to advise the committee that there is an addendum to the agenda with regard to the Chancellor's University report, as well as a walk-on item. We'll move to the first action item, approval of the minutes of February 2nd, 2009. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention. The minutes are approved. Thank you very much. We'll now go to the policy calendar. Our first item is Dr. Otis Hill. Will you please come to the table to introduce item B1, the proposed amendments to the governance plan of Bronx Community College.
Anywhere with the mic.
Good afternoon, committee and Chairperson Beal. On behalf of President Carolyn Williams and Bronx Community College, I am presenting this item which proposes 3 separate amendments to the college's governance plan. The proposed amendments have been approved by the College Senate and are recommended by the President of the college. Amendment 1. Section 1C9 provides for election of 1 person from the HEO series and the Registrar's Department rather than 1 person in the Registrar's series. This amendment's purpose is to expand the job titles in the Registrar's Department that are eligible for membership in the Senate. Amendment 2, Section 1H1. The proposed amendment for this section would change the membership of the Senate Committee on Instruction and Professional Development with the purpose of simplifying the appointment of faculty to this committee and having faculty elected by each academic department rather than by a combination of divisions and at-large representation, and would also assure faculty representation across all academic areas. Second part of this amendment includes a proposed change to clarify that the Vice President of Academic Affairs or his or her representative, rather than the Office of Academic Affairs, is a member of the committee. The same change is proposed for the Vice President of Student Development. Amendment 3, a proposal to add Section 8 for the purpose of formally recognizing the Council of Chairs as a part of the Bronx Community College governance structure, to review issues relevant to the administration of academic departments, and to make recommendations to the appropriate college bodies on issues of procedure, policy, and practice.
Thank you, Dr. Hill. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion carries. Thank you very much. We will now move to the Chancellor's University report. President Jeremy Travis. You're moved forward with your appointment of your new Vice President.
Thank you very much. Madam Chair, members of the committee, Chancellor, and other distinguished visitors, we're pleased to bring to you today for your approval the appointment of Vivian Hexter as our new Vice President for Strategic Marketing and Development. Ms. Hexter was selected and recommended to me following an extensive national search. The search committee that we convened was chaired by Jules Kroll, who is also the chair of our board, and we're very pleased with the results of the search. Ms. Hexter comes to us most recently from a position as CEO of Gilda's Club Worldwide, a nationally known and internationally known nonprofit. Prior to that was the Vice President for Strategic Development and Marketing for the American Field Service, which is an international student exchange organization. She has extensive background both in development and in strategic planning, as well as marketing. Her academic credentials include a degree, magna cum laude from Yale College, Master's in Business Administration with a specialty in marketing from Wharton. She's been at the college now for a short time and has already made an enormous difference. There's like a jolt of energy that's hit John Jay, and we're delighted to have her here, particularly at a critical time in our trajectory. So I respectfully request your approval.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? The motion carries. Welcome. And if you would like to address the committee, we would love to hear from you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Chancellor.
I'm just thrilled to be at John Jay and at CUNY at such an important time in the history of public education in our city and in our country. And we have a terrific brand, we have a terrific Board of Trustees, and we're moving ahead with great speed and alacrity to raise the profile and raise lots and lots of funds for the college. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Doesn't help to have a Yale and a Wharton person, right? That's what we're.
Well, I see she cut her
The
product
question-
management skills
Right.
at
The
Best
question
Foods.
is, did
so
she go to
very
work
good.
because she heard I was coming?
We all of us on the piece of you.
Okay, we will right now skip items 4, 5, and 6, and we will return to those light items later.
No, we're gonna skip ahead 2 items.
Oh, 6.
No, the last 2 items.
Sue Henderson, Vice President for Institutional Advancement, would you please come forward? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm here because Dr. Meiskens, president of Queens College, was unable to attend tonight. He regrets that he could not be here. He had a long-standing appointment with the Consulate General of Korea. We've been doing a lot of collaborations and just started a Korean Studies program, and so as a result, we had this meeting. But as Vice President of Institutional Advancement, I also served as the chair of the search committee for the new provost, and one of the things that we were most delighted about is that we had a lot of very good candidates come back to the campus to be interviewed by the campus community. I think this is a high testament to the good work, good reputation that CUNY and Queens has because of the ability of the people we've been able to attract. We were able to get our first choice. Dr. Steller is very interested in coming to the college. He's a neuropsychologist and the former dean of Northeastern University's College of Arts and Sciences. He taught at Harvard, where he received the Phi Beta Kappa Outstanding Harvard Teacher of the Year Award. As the Dean of Arts and Sciences at Northeastern University from 1998 to 2008, Dr. Steller created a team-based entrepreneurial organization that achieved a high reputation for academic excellence. During the 10 years he was there, he doubled the academic programs and tripled the number of freshman applicants. He was instrumental in expanding the university's experience-based educational programs as supplements to the traditional classroom learning. He earned his BS degrees from Ursinus College in Pennsylvania and his PhD and postdoctorate in biological psychology from the University of Pennsylvania. Began his academic career as an assistant professor and later associate professor in Harvard's Department of Psychology and Social Relations. He also worked as a research affiliate in biochemistry at the McLean Hospital of Harvard Medical School. A teacher and researcher for 3 decades, he helped students become enthusiastic and active learners using laptop and web-based technologies in the classroom, including chat rooms to prepare them for exams. His research in teaching and behavioral neuroscience is focused on the effect of addictive drugs and motivational control circuits of the brain. Many of the students who served as undergraduate assistants in his laboratory were accepted by the country's top medical and graduate schools. He's not here today because he's still working as the dean, trying to close up, trying to close up shop there. So I have a quote from him. He's very excited about coming and came back to campus a couple more times after he met the college community. So he's got a lot of energy, so we're all very excited.
That's wonderful. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
All right.
Opposed, abstention, the motion carries. And if you'd like to read his quote
I
now.
will. I'm very pleased to be joining the Queens College community. So, I'm impressed by the quality, the mission, and the trajectory of the college, and by the people whom I've met in the process of interviewing. I'm honored and humbled by this opportunity.
We'll
So.
send him a clap, and if he watches it, he'll see it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, thank you.
Pardon?
President Morales. Welcome, and we're glad to see you still standing and smiling after.
Having a lot of fun.
That's wonderful.
Madam Chair, other members of the board, Chancellor Goldstein,
I'm delighted to present to the university community Dr. Gerald Jones Woolfolk for the position of Vice President for Student Affairs at the College of Staten Island, effective July 15, 2009. Dr. Jones Woolfolk has worked at Mississippi Valley State University since 2004, serving as interim Vice President for Student Affairs, and prior to that as Assistant Vice President. Dr. Jones Woolfolk has also served in a number of senior level positions at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, including Dean of Student Life, President of the Faculty Staff Senate, Associate Dean of Students for Residential Life, and Assistant to the Vice Chancellor for Assistant to the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. She has served for the past 24 years in progressively responsible positions in student affairs. Dr. Jones Woolfolk holds a PhD in urban higher education from Jackson State University, a Master of Science degree in counselor education from Iowa State University, and a Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from Jackson State University. Her external activities include presentations at professional conferences and leadership seminars, including a presentation to the Walmart management staff on diversity and leadership. She has participated in several community and professional development activities, including the National Association of Student Personnel Administrators and the American College Personnel Association. In addition, Dr. Jones Woolfolk is the recipient of many professional awards and honors, including awards for outstanding service and outstanding leadership and guidance. I introduce Dr. Gerald Jones Woolfolk.
Thank you. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second. It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? The motion carries. Well, welcome from Mississippi to Staten Island. And welcome indeed to this City University of New York.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, Chancellor, other members of the Board of Trustees, and my President. I am excited, very pleased, and honored to join the College of Staten Island family. I look forward to working with CSI and the City University of New York as we continue our quest to produce intentional learners who will make meaningful contributions to the 21st century. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and welcome
Thank
aboard. Pastor Propiano, you have a...
I noticed that you've given a presentation on the leadership style of Attila the Hun. And I wonder if that will influence your leadership at the college in producing intentional learners.
We'll just have to see.
Make sure that you publish, because if it's a best practice, we'll want to see it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Manfred?
I had a similar question, but I
did too.
I was just going to ask, as a matter of collegiality here, whether this the leadership style of Attila the Hun worked well for you when you were president of the faculty senate.
It did.
Okay, I'll take note of that.
Well, we will be watching Staten Island very closely and carefully.
That's on the table.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Table?
No, it's on the table. It's on.
Okay. President Dolores Fernandez, would you come forward? Hers is the tabled item, attachment 1C6.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, and Chancellor, and members of the committee, and thank you for accepting to receive this item at the last minute. It's my pleasure to present Dean Nathaniel Cruz, and for many of you, you know Nat, and so he's not new to the members of this table. Due to the recent resignation of Vice President Lisa Montgomery, who has accepted another position at a university in North Carolina, she's going back home. And I shouldn't say that because we just got somebody from Mississippi. I hope they don't come home. Anyway, Dean Cruz has provided consistent and dedicated service to Oscar Community College, and he's never failed to heed the call to service when the colleges needed him. And so his breadth and depth of experience has been an invaluable resource to our students, to the faculty, and to our staff. On a micro level, he understands the purely administrative functions of personnel, budget, and technology. And on a macro level, he has the integrally engaged in every aspect of the two primary missions of student development and enrollment management, the enrollment management component and the student development piece. Most importantly, he has the respect of the SDEM staff, in particular the 14 unit directors, and is not and would not be intimidated by the role, having served in that capacity previously. The division would remain stable under his leadership, and that is my greatest hope and desire for SDEM during this transitional time for the college. So I fully endorse his interim appointment as Vice President for Student Development and Enrollment Management, and I really ask for your support and approval this afternoon.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, the motion carries. And thank you for stepping in at this period of time. And if you'd like to address the committee of one.
Sure, thank you. Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Chancellor, and President Jackson, members of the board, I feel both honored and privileged to serve in this capacity. I just want to remind the board that I was also a graduate of the CUNY Executive Leadership Academy. And I am a strong supporter of the CUNY Student Leadership Academy, and I engineered or served as one of the engineers of the local student academy on our campus. So I look very much forward to taking on this role and serving in this transition. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good evening. No?
Let the chair introduce you.
Dr. Joanne Ween to briefly, to report briefly on items C2 and C3.
Yes. Good evening. There are two appointments with waivers of the bylaws that require the committee's approval. Please speak into the my voice is very low. There are two appointments with waivers of the bylaws that require the committee's approval. The first is the appointment with tenure of Nancy Eng as Associate Professor in the Department of Communication Sciences in the Hunter College School of Health Sciences, with waiver of the one-year service requirement in Section 6.2.d, parentheses 2 of the bylaws, effective February 1st, 2009. Professor Eng previously held tenure at St. John's University. The second is the appointment of Ronald Howell as Associate Professor of Journalism in the Department of English at Brooklyn College, with waiver of the PhD requirement in Section 11.7.b.3 of the bylaws in consideration of his background and experience. His appointment will take place on September 1st, 2009. The college strongly recommends these appointments. Madam Chair, I present these items for the committee's consideration.
Thank you very much. May I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, the motion carries. Thank you very much.
Also on the committee's agenda are a number of information items. Items Roman numeral 2A through P are included for your information only and do not require a report or a vote.
Thank you very much. We'll now move to the Vice Chancellor Waters' report. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have a very short report this evening. You have already received a report on the ECP appointments below the level of Vice President. I remind you that there may be additional appointments that come through on the addendum of the Chancellor University report. On the HEOs, there are two bylaw waivers, one at the graduate school and one at Hunter College. And there are three search waivers, two for distinguished professors and one for a clinical professor. The two distinguished professors, one at the School of Professional Studies, both of them at the School of Professional Studies, and the other is at the Hostos Community College in the Allied Health Department. It is a clinical professor. That is my report. There's nothing else? We're done.
Ladies and gentlemen, are there any other items? There being none, the The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much, and I'll see you at the
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Efficient? Do you go down the block?
You're welcome.
No, I go on 72nd Street.
Oh, okay.
And this guy's around the corner.
Oh, okay, yeah. My wife likes that.